If you want to attract, your husband, you have to pour into yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, girl, if I wanted to watch a video on like how to love myself, I would have clicked on that. I'm trying to find me my man.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going audible.
What's up, Vice Gang? I'm Cheyenne. I'm back with another video. Period. If you're new here, what's good, what's popping? If you're a returning subscriber, what's good, what's popping to you too, sis? Okay. Please do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I put out a new video. Now, let's get straight into the video. Get your drink. It's going to be a juicy one. We're talking about relationships. All right, you guys. So let's hop straight into it, okay? I already started putting some primer, and I kind of did my eyebrows already. But we're going to start off with a this or that, okay? I seen this in somebody else's video, and I found it interesting. So, would you rather have $10 million and no family? You're only gonna get this 10 million like one time. Or would you have $50,000 but you have a supportive family, supportive like friendship, a supportive system? Pick one and comment down below what would you rather, okay? Now if you guys want to know what I would pick, I would pick the second option. And here's why. The reason why I picked the second option is because I feel like we are put in this earth to have like relationships. And today we're going to be talking about 3 different types of relationships. We're going to be talking about romantic relationships, your relationship with your family, and your relationship with God. And I feel like no matter what, yes, you can have all this money, but you not having nothing is like cool, or like you're going to yearn to have like a relationship. I know some people might be like, oh, I can make new friends with new money and stuff like that, but I feel like this option it doesn't include that. Like, what's the point of having all this money if you don't have nobody to spend it with, nobody to have fun with, nobody to pour into? Like, what's the whole purpose? What is the whole point? And I wanted to talk about relationships today because I realized that relationships is one of the biggest things you will make in your life, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. Who you choose to be with romantically is one of the biggest decisions you will ever make in your life. This decision, it affects your mental health, it affects your physical health, it affects your income, your freedom, your career, your circle of relationships, and even your lifespan. Because y'all, a lot of the times people that be in relationships, that's why we see a lot of people be killing themselves. You enter one relationship with one person, you was all good, slim. Now you in a relationship with this person, you're like huge. You don't even recognize yourself anymore. You're like, your hair, you look stressed out. You got bags under your eyes. Physically, you're not there. Mentally, you are very insecure. Spiritually, it's like, what is that? Your relationship with God is probably gone. All because you enter a relationship. Right now, I'm reading this book called Relationship Goals with my church. And this is what we're talking about. I like to make videos like in my current season. And I hate when people always try to talk about something. Oh, I don't like when single people give relationship advice. Listen, don't come for us single people, because half of the time, it's not like there's something wrong with us. It's not like we have like too high standards and stuff like that. We be seeing the red flags, or sometimes we be seeing the red flags early on, and we just like, yeah, we're not dealing with it. We're not settling. There's some people that's, working on themselves. There's some people that purposely wanted to have this single time. Let me tell you about me. After my last relationship, I told myself I didn't really want to like date anybody until I was like 25, because I purposely wanted to like learn myself in a deeper level, set boundaries for myself, build my relationship with God, and have fun. Because something I do realize about relationships, some relationships weigh you down, and it should not be like that, okay? And know what type of relationships that you would like. Back then, I'm not even gonna lie, I like the toxicity. I liked being toxic. And it's not that I was like a toxic person. It's not like I was a toxic person, but I like for you to show me that you care. Anyways, back to the topic. How to win in relationships. I used to watch a whole bunch of videos of ladies. They used to always say, oh, if you want to attract, you know, your husband or find a good man, you have to pour into yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, girl, if I wanted to watch a video on like how to love myself, I would have clicked on that. I'm trying to find me my man. Damn! But I would be lying, y'all. I would be lying if I did not say that, you know, pouring into yourself did not work. Hello.
You in a video?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry,
Hey,
Chyannpolynice.
Anyways, I forgot where we stopped at, y'all. People will treat you how you treat yourself. You have to become like what you want to attract. And certain things that I realized about myself, I wanted a man that has, you know, self-control. I'm out here working on myself. I realize I don't have a lot of self-control, especially when I'm in a relationship. Comment down below if this also happens to you when you get into a relationship. I don't know if it's the lover girl in me, but when you get into a relationship, now your relationship with God starts to like slow down because you're constantly on the phone with this person, or you get a man now and now you don't want to hang out with your friends and your family like that because, you know, you're so busy with your man. I realized that I was a person that's like easily swayed, and even when it comes to personality, I try to like fit to their liking instead of just being my authentic self. If this person didn't like me doing this, I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm gonna just, you know, try to die down. And it's like, girl, no, be your mother freaking self. So when it comes to like attracting, like winning in relationships, we have to let go. We have to let go and decenter ourselves from men, because yes, we do want a man, but you don't want to look desperate. Number one, like, I feel like the more desperate you look, the more trash men you're going to attract, the more unready you are. You got to prepare for this, meaning you got to find purpose. All the things that you don't like, fix those things. Like, establish those boundaries. Learn how to intentionally date. Y'all, this is something that we really got to stop. We got to stop hooking up for the first date. We really got to stop falling for the vibes, because this is something I've been seeing a lot when it comes to like culture, all about the vibes. The vibes is not gonna take you where you need to go. If you want a serious person, you're not gonna sleep with them in the first date. Like, let's be for real. Not a lot of people is gonna tell you this, but they're not gonna take you serious. It's making it too easy. Stop being easy. Like, I can't like just put everything on the other, you know, gender when half of it is us too. We're too accessible. A lot of people just don't know our work. I was watching like Carissa Please and Ari, and I was just like, for me, if you know, then you know. I'm a city girl. I'm from Miami, 305, ghetto booty, pretty face, thick thighs. Period. But after watching the video of, you know, the whole Carissa Please podcast with her and Ari, I was just like kind of like disgusted, because it's just like, dang, like, what did we all come down to? And don't get me wrong, I love Sexy Red and all of these things, but I'm just like, if these people are really doing that, then they're not like serious people. Like, you gotta learn how to have like, I'm happy as a creator now. I'm learning a lot about like self-image and how I want to be addressed, you know. And, you know, before I used to think, oh, I want to be in the entertainment industry, so that means I have to, you know, like, act wild to, you know, to try to stand out and stuff like that. But it's like, girl, you don't even have to do all of that. Once you're like a light, people are automatically going to attract to you, and you don't have to compromise your values. You don't have to compromise your morals. You don't have to compromise nothing. Be friends with the person. Let's start off by friends. I feel like in this society, people is just, I want this. Like, I'm gonna show you guys this clip.
I'm not playing with you. I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you. I am not your bed maiden. I am not your maid. I am not your floozy or your. You are going to have to give me something substantial, because I know I'm worth that. I'm not all there. Sometimes I have my moments. But I know one thing. I'm good to you.
You have to be direct. However, you cannot be like so cookie cutter. Like it gotta be this way and that it starts being controlled. You gotta be able, even when it comes to like setting goals and planning, I always tell people you can't, like, God will give us, he laugh at us whenever we give him like a full plan, because it's like, I don't even want you to go that way, but okay. Create like an outline for yourself and let God do the rest. And the same thing when it comes to relationships. Like, be a lot more open-minded. Have your standards, have your morals, have your boundaries, things that you will allow and you won't allow. But establish a friendship first. And we gotta put yourself in a position to attract these people. For me, I was just like, God, you know, like, send me a guy or whatever. And it's like, how you want me to send you a guy if you always want to stay home? You're not going out enough. I've been seeing this thing also when people say, oh, you know, go to a bar, into a nice hotel. Most likely, those are traveling people. So if you go to a local nice restaurant, okay, you're a lot more aligned to somebody you might meet that also lives down here, okay? Like, you gotta access, like, make a list of what do you want, okay? So all in all, when it comes to like relationship, it all falls on you. The next type of relationship I want to talk about is with your family. When it comes to family, I want to start off by saying, let's start off with your parents, you know, because a lot of things happen in relationships based on like how you grew up, if your parent was in a household or not. I noticed, I'm very grateful as a person that came from I have a really good family and a really good support system. I'm grateful for what I have, but I want you guys to understand that there is no perfect rule book when it comes to parenting. You learn how to become a parent once you have kids, okay? A lot of the times, our parents take things based upon what they parents did. My dad did this and I came out, you know, pretty decent. I'm gonna do the same thing. So what you wanna do when you have like future kids, or even if you have kids right now, what you want to do is take all of the good things that your parents did and re-implement those things. But all of the bad things, push them on the side to the burner. Create your own thing that you would like for your new family, or for even your current family. Our parents are like, they're growing with us, okay? I look at my parents like the other day and I'm just like, wow, my parents are getting older and stuff like that, and it allows me to have a lot more grace, because it's like, they don't know no better, just like how we don't know no better. Nobody in this world know everything, okay? So we just got to be able to learn how to give grace and keep it pushing. There's some family members you might need to learn how to just love from a distance. And people think, you know, generational wealth is always about the money. It's not always about money. Generational wealth could be like what you leave within your family, okay? So it was just one girl, she was saying how her grandmother had 14 children. All those 14 kids are doing something. They make great human beings in society, and that was her definition of success. Like, coming from a loving family in itself could be something that you leave behind within your future family. Not just, you know, the funds wise. Yes, you can leave the funds, but what about the relationships? Being good people and making sure they're always like family oriented, and even friends, you know, that become family. Don't always wait for somebody to do something. Like, be that person to do it. Like, now I notice that a lot of, when I be talking to my students, I notice a lot of them, they don't do any family dinners, and now it's like everybody gets the food and go into their room and stuff. And I'm just like, no, I want to make sure that our family stays like connected. So I'm gonna be the one to start off like different things. So something I'm proud of that I did like a family photo, our first family photo like ever last year. I wanted everybody to be in the picture. I also did a family girls like Easter picnic. It was something, you know, small. It was something light, but we had deep conversation. We had a great time, and I'm just like, wow, I didn't even know my family like I thought I did. Something that I'm proud of that my mom did before influencing was a thing. My mom was an influencer within herself too. Like, when I tell you, sis had pictures and videos and cassette tapes of all of us when we were like little, and so like that's where I get my like picture taking from. Because I'm just like, I want to be able to capture all those memories, like how to win in families, learning how to set boundaries. Something I noticed, communication is a big thing. Talk about, hey, I don't like when you did that, or even when girls call each other, you know, the B words and stuff like that. In friendships, I noticed that a lot. And you know, all it takes is communication. And I see why communication is like a big thing in like relationships, especially when it comes to like tough conversation. Effective communication, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it, the setting, everything plays a part into it. And now the last thing we're going to be talking about is friendships. How to win in friendships. Like, my tip for this is differentiating your friends, okay? Not every friend is supposed to be, you know, a business friend, you know, somebody that's going to like always add to your life. I mean, you do need friends that's going to add to your life. However, not every friend is like that. Like, you have friends that are party friends, you have friends that are like business oriented. Like, just know who to hang around. Like, I have a friend, right? And I was debating if I should cut off this friend, because this friend, she had bad, you know, financial problems, and she didn't have like very much goals for herself and stuff like that. But one thing about that friend, she's always there supporting. Like, she checks on my mental health. She's always there. Whenever I need something, I could call on her. Yes, she might not have everything all together, but she is a good, like, supportive type of friend. Friendships is just like relationships. Certain things you guys gonna argue about, but you gotta also pay attention to like red flags too. But another thing when it comes to friendships too, I noticed like this thing where it's like trauma dumping. Like, people just always want to continue trauma dumping. I feel like we should normalize, you know, asking our friends, hey, can I pour into you today? Because a lot of the times when we have a friend and they're going through something, it's like their energy feeds into ours, and it's like, dang, I love you and I don't want you to go through it so now you're making me sad too because of this. Your friends, like, tell your friends in advance, like, can I dump on you? So my tip when it comes to all of those relationships is to catch early on and to have discernment. And the last relationship I want to talk about is your relationship with God. Your relationship with God is by far, I think, the most important out of all these relationships. You cannot put your trust in a nigga stupid hoe. Once everybody leaves out your life, the only person that's going to be there for you is God. That's why it's very important to have a relationship with God, because your relationship with God also has it plays a big part into how you play your relationship with yourself, because God is going to tell you your identity. God is going to be the one that affirms you. One moment, y'all. Let me put on my lashes. God affirms you, what things that he say about you in the Bible. You're his daughter. He made you a good thing. And if you realize all of these things that God is saying, all the good things that God is saying about you in the Bible, you say that to yourself, now you could show up better when it comes to like relationships. That's why I always say pouring to yourself is one of the biggest things, because you developing your relationship spiritually with God, and you won't be a people pleaser. You won't be a pick me, because you understand your value, and you understand that because God told you these things. The best relationship you will ever have is with the man of God, Jesus Christ himself. And to succeed in relationships, you know, allow God to be a part of it. Know his voice, you know, start reading the Bible, because he's going to point you in the right direction. All the red flags and stuff like that. I know this video was all over the place, but in a nutshell, to win relationships, you got to be able to have discernment. You have to be able to be open-minded, so allowing him to have control over your life. You have to learn how to extend grace. You have to learn how to, you know, forgive. All of these things are based upon your relationship with God. Learning all of these things, like, having a relationship with God should be the foundation. But anyways, y'all, I know this video was all over the place. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how to feel about my makeup. I can't find the lip gloss that I usually like to wear, and my eyelashes is low-key bothering me. But you know, it's all about the message. I really hope you guys learned something from this. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you.